Well, hello there. Hey, I'm Elizabeth Hines from Our Paleo Family, soon to become the Autoimmune Free Cooking Club. Welcome to my kitchen. It's Friday night. Friday night in my house is family fun night, and that usually includes like a kid-friendly or a kid-chosen dinner. And what do they always choose whenever I ask? Pizza. And I'm looking at my computer because I'm trying to pull this up, and hopefully it'll come up in a minute, and I can see if you're watching with me and making comments. So that's what I'm doing over here. So forgive me. Okay, so what we're going to have tonight though is not typical pizza. So I confess, we have been using the Costco frozen pizza lately, the gluten-free pizza, because it's actually really good and it's really affordable. For our family of 4, to eat out gluten-free pizza is like $50 to $70. It's crazy expensive. So when I found the Costco frozen pizza, it's just cheese and then I will put toppings on it. We all really like that, and so we've been having that kind of a good bit over the summer, but I don't really do very well with a lot of the gluten-free grains. I just don't feel great afterwards. I really know it's not best for me. Sticking with true paleo, which would be completely grain-free, is how I feel best. So I've started making this paleo pizza bowl. Everything's a bowl, right? Even Harry and Meghan, when they got married, they had bowl food at their reception. So people like to eat things out of a bowl. So we're having paleo pizza bowls, and we're getting all the flavors of pizza without the crust and without cheese. Now I have cheese, I don't know if you can see this, but I have some cheese. I have some Monterey Jack and some Parmesan, and cheese is awesome. We all love cheese, right? However, it's not necessary. So we're making our all the flavors of pizza without the crust, and you can use cheese. Okay, so we all love cheese, but it doesn't love all of us. And a lot of people can eat a little bit of dairy, but not a lot of dairy, or you can occasionally eat dairy, but not all the time. And that's kind of me. I tend to save my dairy for pizza because I just love it. That's when I want to have it. But you have to figure out what's right for you. So we're starting with a wobbly cast iron skillet on my burner. I've got it at medium high, and this is just a pound of sausage. This is not pasture raised or anything, but it is a local sausage, local to where I am. It doesn't have any preservatives in it, and it's just good meat and spices. And so it's not absolutely the best, but it is really good and it's really affordable. So all you're going to do is just put all your stuff in the pan. Really the limiting factor here is going to be the size of your pan. So if I weren't doing this for you live, I would use a big Dutch oven, because you're going to put a ton of vegetables in here and it takes up space. You got to let them cook down a little bit. So did you notice I didn't put any oil in my pan? Sausage has oil in it. And then I'm adding pepperoni. This is 1/4 of a pound of pepperoni. I just get it sliced in the deli at Whole Foods, and it's pretty good ingredients. And I just chopped it up. You could get them to just slice you a big thick slice, and then you can chop it in little cubes if you want. But I just have them slice it. My kids like to eat it for snacks. I like to eat it for snacks sometimes. So we just put that in, and that all of our oil, our cooking oil, is going to come from these meats. And then we just start adding stuff in. So I went ahead and chopped up all my veggies except my onion, because no matter what I do, if I chop an onion ahead of time and stick it in the fridge, everything smells like onion. And so I just don't chop onion ahead of time. Now I've heard of, and I've actually seen at the grocery store, frozen chopped onion, and I have never used that. It seems like a really good idea. If you have tried that, I would love to know if it works for you. Alright, so this was just one kind of normal size organic sweet onion. This can be done in easily 30 minutes. I mean, really 20. You could totally take your time. I'm cheating a little bit in that I have my vegetables chopped already, but you can just really enjoy your time in the kitchen and slowly chop your vegetables and get them in, or you can do this super quick. It's very flexible. Kathy, Kelly, hey Kathy. Oh good, I'm glad I'm making you hungry. I hope you're doing well. Kathy was in my class with Functional Medicine Coaching Academy. And even though that was every Friday of my life for a whole year, I really miss it. I miss my cohort. So most of us are Facebook friends. All right, so those are going. I'm just going to start putting some vegetables in. You can put in whatever vegetables you like. Zucchini, most people wouldn't normally put on a pizza, but I like it on a pizza actually. And it just is a very neutral flavor, okay? So the rest, kind of put whatever you like on a pizza. So I have some bell peppers, I have some cremini mushrooms, and spinach. Definitely put greens in it because they'll just basically cook down to nothing and you get all that nutrition and nobody will know that they're in there. You could put in a great big bunch of spinach. That's what I have in here, baby spinach. And you could use kale, Swiss chard. Those would all be really, really good. So I'm just going to put a little bit of vegetables in at a time so they can start cooking. And then I have all my spices right here, which remember you have a lot of spice in your sausage and the pepperoni actually. And so you need to know your meat. Know how salty it is before you add a whole bunch of salt. So I have written, I think, a half a teaspoon, either half a teaspoon or a teaspoon in my recipe. But you really need to add just a little bit at a time so you don't get it overly salty. So I've got salt, pepper, basil, 2 teaspoons of dried basil, 2 teaspoons of dried oregano, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic salt. Okay, we're going to do this Today Show style, and I'm going to do a switcheroo on you, and I'm going to show you one that I have already to the next stages. So let me go ahead and get the rest of these veggies in, except because I have spinach, it's really tender. It doesn't need to cook very long. I'm going to save that till the end. See, it's really full. I'm going to have to wait, let that cook down before I put anything else in there. Okay, I'm going to switch. Okay, this is the one that has been cooking for about 15 minutes. And you can see it has the same amount of vegetables as I had in this container. I had another one. And it's just really cooked down. There was a little bit of browning on the bottom. And now I'm going to add a jar of pizza sauce. Look, everything with pizza, but not the crust and not the cheese if you choose to leave the cheese out. This is Cucina Antica. It is a non-GMO, organic. It's Whole30 approved. There's no sugar in it. And it has a really great flavor. Some tomato sauces I have a little bit of a hard time with, and this one does not upset my stomach. So we're just pouring the whole jar in. Now we'll kind of deglaze your pan if you got some of that browning. This is just 1/4 of a cup of chicken bone broth. This is Pacific Brands. They sell it at Costco. It's a very good price there. So I'm just rinsing my jar. So I'm getting a little bit of the protein and nutrition from the bone broth, but I'm just being frugal. Okay, so I know some people believe that it's more expensive to eat at home, it is more expensive to eat healthy, and that it takes way longer than eating out. Well, if we go to a restaurant to eat pizza, even if we eat regular pizza that isn't gluten-free, it's going to take at least an hour to drive there, especially on a Friday night, to wait. We're probably talking 2 hours. If we go to one of the restaurants that has gluten-free pizza, we're waiting even longer because it takes way longer to get gluten-free food. It costs way more. This whole meal is $12. all those vegetables, all the meats, the cheese, the broth, everything, $12. So depending on where you live in the country, it might be a little bit more, it might be a little bit less. But we could not eat one gluten-free pizza for $12. So you're saving your time, you're saving your money, you're saving your health. So eat at home. Hey Joanne, thank you for watching, thank you for commenting. Oh, I had a testimonial I was going to print out and share with you, and I don't. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick, because I want to tell you what this person said. This is why I have this channel. This is why I'm trying to teach you how to cook, or encourage you to cook if you do not already cook from scratch. This is all we're doing. This is done. I deglaze my pan. It's boiling, so it's hot through. And I'm going to sprinkle on the Parmesan first. I grated this with my big grater, so that'll take a little bit longer to melt. Let that kind of melt down in. So I started our Paleo family to share my story of how I went from being very, very sick, like really I almost died with undiagnosed Crohn's disease, to I'm thriving today. I don't think I even have this disease anymore. Some doctors will say I'm in remission, some say I'm asymptomatic, whatever. I don't think I even have it anymore. And it's largely through diet. I mean, there's a lot of lifestyle stuff too, but the diet piece is huge because autoimmune disease starts in the gut, and so you have to be careful with what you're putting in there. So when I receive comments like this, the one that I received today, so this was from Allie, and I think she was in Colorado, she said. She's been watching my videos, she's learned a whole lot. She shared them with her mother and her partner, and they watched my videos, and they learned some things, and they decided to do a Whole30, which is an elimination diet. It's paleo, so no grains, no dairy, no sugar. So it's like paleo with none of the fun stuff I say. You can't have coconut sugar and honey and all that kind of stuff. So they did a Whole30. They felt so good that they kept going. So they did a Whole60, and she said they just finished their Whole60 and they're feeling really good. They are having much fewer flare-ups, she said. So I'm guessing they have some sort of autoimmune condition. And that makes me so happy. I'm so thankful. That is why we're doing this. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn this off because I'm actually going to take this to a friend. And I have a very beat up but still very usable foil pan. And I'm just going to pour all of this into the pan. It's so good, y'all. It's so good. When I first made it, I was like, wow, I can't believe how good this is. I kept saying how delicious it is. We loved it. So I'm going to pour it. I'm going to do this sort of casserole style. For mine, we're going to eat this over there. I'm just going to put the cheese on top and stick it under the broiler in the pan. But for theirs, I'm going to put it in this pan. So this is it. The cheese will actually melt on here because it's so hot, just like it is. That was just a cup of shredded Monterey Jack. And I should have had this already in the oven, but I'm going to stick it under the broiler real fast. I'm going to bring this one back while that one is in the broiler. Okay, so that's it. So yes, I cheated a little bit by having my vegetables, my stuff mostly chopped ahead of time, but this is really a fast dinner. I mean, 15, 20 minutes, tastes just like pizza. The one thing that you might want to add to this, if you love them, is black olives. Black olives would be great. If you love that flavor, Nephew John, I'm thinking about you. I know you love black olives, or at least you used to. And my family was like, we really want some crust, Mom. Like, I know you really want some crust. It's really good, but you can have it like this occasionally. So I love to make these bowls. I made a Cajun bowl. I made a Mexican bowl. You just get all those flavors. And the really great part about this is that, I feel like I just got spinach on my face. You get a lot of vegetables. And for the most part, you don't even realize you're eating all those vegetables. I mean, there was the layer of meat on the bottom, and then I had that huge container packed. I mean, I had to press it down. You saw I had, well, did I take it off? I had a rubber band around it to hold the lid on. to hold all those veggies in. And then I had the onion on top of that. Let me see if this one is done so I can show you. It's broiling away, so I'll talk to you for just a minute. While I'm waiting for that to come out of the broiler, let me just tell you real briefly, I'm going to put a link in the description to a page on my website where you can go and sign up, and I'll send you a document that's going to give you some strategies to help you get a really good healthy dinner on the table every night of the week. You can give yourself a break, you can eat out if you want, but if you want to get a homemade dinner on the table every night of the week, I'll show you how to do it. And that is all because our Paleo family, which is this free blog I've had for years, is turning into the autoimmune free cooking club. So I'm taking all the recipes, all the cooking instruction, that kind of stuff that I've been giving you for years, and I'm marrying it with the functional medicine health coaching that I have learned, which I have, I've just been astounded at the power of health coaching, frankly. And I'm putting those things together in a membership. So our Paleo family is going to become a membership, and with that you get all the content that's there, plus of course continued new recipes constantly. But you're going to get coaching and live Q&A, interaction time with me to help you along your journey. Okay, here we are. I know you know what melted cheese looks like, but I just wanted to show you. It's just beautiful. There's so much flavor. We're going to serve this with just a green salad. You really don't even need the salad because there are so many vegetables in the dish. But it's just always good to have a fresh, crunchy green salad on the side. I have lots of salad dressing recipes on my website and on my YouTube channel where I make them regularly. So I hope you make this. I hope you see how easy this was. It's actually really good to have at the end of the week because you can clean out your fridge with all the little bits. I had half a orange pepper, I had half a yellow pepper, I had half of that container of spinach, and you can just throw everything in here. I mean, broccoli, cauliflower, any of it would taste great because you have all those spices and pepperoni, and it's delicious. I hope you will make this. All right, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. I'll do this again. I don't know when, but I will do it again. And I would love it if you would spread the word. Tell your friends that there's this way that you can eat that will actually make you feel good after you eat and not make you feel bad. It'll give you lots of energy. Look at all the colors in here. The colors are nutrients that make you feel good. And it tastes like pizza. All right, thanks everybody. Please come back for more next time. All right, see you later.